Hi everyone, it's Cindy, and I have a project share. I've been working on this week. This was a kind of a different project for me. It was last year. I had gotten quite a few grab bags from Michael's, and in it was this book, and it's just an odd little round book, and it was hot pink, and it had like a globe in silver, and I forget what it said. I actually just covered that up with this paper, or this is the front, I think. I don't know. Doesn't really matter which was the front. It was the same as far as, inside. And then it had, here and here were, like, a lime green thing here and a hot pink thing here. And then it just had white paper on the inside. And so I looked at it and thought, I ought to be able to do something with that. And actually backing up, was looking for some foliage papers to do some cards, and I got I have two large 12-inch long boxes of 6x6 paper pads, and so I pulled that out, found my fall paper pad that I had used a few years ago. And then this was right behind it, actually. And so I thought, I think it's a sign. So I decided to make a book. So let's just get on with it. So on the front, I just used one of the papers from the paper pad. And this was actually, it was a Bow Bunny collection. Something farmhouse, I know. Or fall, what does it say? Yeah, farmer's market is what it was. That's what it was. But it's very fall colored. And so then it was just, I don't know, I just needed something to make it more fall. And I got a napkin out that had this beautiful pumpkin and sunflower on it, and I decoupaged that on there. And then I just dressed it a little bit with both candy apple and vintage photo. So that's the cover. And on the inside of the cover, I just used some more paper from the collection. This is actually one of the papers from the book. And I just cut that and distressed it a bit with a spiced marmalade. The paper pad was originally, or this book was just, gummed in. So once I tore out, for every page I kept, I tore out too. And then I went back and I made hinges and glued each page together. So this one I just put a pocket on with a little bit of a red trim here. And I made a couple of tags. And they both have, writing space on the back. So there's that first one. And then this one I just used a stencil and made a sun ray kind of thing. And I just, faded it out to 3 colors. Another paper, another piece of the paper. Basically, it's a junk journal. It could easily be used for photographs. And then there's the corn cheese. And this one I decoupaged and used a big sticker, a big washi sticker with that mushroom. I thought that turned out real well. And this was another decoupage. And then it was a little too bold to write on, so I hit it with some gesso to sort of take it back. Just did some double stenciling with 2 different stencils and a couple of different colors of ink. And that gives you an idea. It was, it was white behind. This, I used a napkin, but I would use the first white liner of this that sort of had an echo of the sunflower. I don't know how well it shows up, but that's what it is. And then I just, distressed with the candied apple to give it some more color around. This paper was not part of the collection. It's a piece I've had in my stash for a very, very, very long time. I think it was also a Bow Bunny paper, though. It was just a stray paper in that box, so I threw it in here because the colors are sort of the kind. This was a burlap paper. I sort of distressed the edge of the cut edge inside, and just put that on. This is the original paper behind that I distressed with vintage photo. I drew these by hand and cut them out and distressed them, and just to give it some more fall-ishness. Another paper from the collection. This is a piece of tea-dyed paper. I cut these little spool ends out of one of the edges of the paper, and it's actually made dimensional with some cork. And then another decoupage. And this one, just for something different, I just made a gatefold and distressed inside, and there's that page. It's actually the same paper that I put on the original cover before I covered it with a napkin. Another decoupage page. I didn't feel like that needed to be distressed. There's plenty of room to write there. A belly band from a scrap of the paper with a couple of tags. This one doesn't want to pop through. Hey, don't do these stuff in there. Okay. Put some lace down the middle of it and a couple of flowers that I distressed. And just hit this with the colors that were in the paper, actually. And a couple of tags. And writing space. So, yeah. And on the back of that, I have the leaf page, the same as on the very first page, and a piece of paper, tea-dyed paper, just for making notes. Another collage piece that I hit with some gesso. Another pocket, and I just wanted to do something different with it, so I put it at an angle and made a little border with a paper punch. And here's these couple of tags. And then on the upper side, this was the cutout from that other burlap page, and I just circled it with some lace, or some applique lace ribbon kind of thing, and distressed the paper around it. And which way are we going? Yeah. And then on the next page, this is another napkin that I decoupaged. Thought that turned out so pretty. And there's plenty of room to write up here. And another, this was some stenciling with a couple of different stencils, a couple of different colors of ink. And these were back-to-back decoupage that I had to, and I didn't have to, but I hit with some gesso. Another small pocket with some lace trim, a couple of tags. This was a word collage on this in the paper pad, and I just felt like it needed something a little more, and the word love was actually part of that. But I had this stamped every time I stamp on fabric, I make some extras and put it in a little envelope that I keep. This was from the Tim Holtz stamp set, the field notes. I forget exactly where that love stamp came from. Not sure which stamp set that was. Then on this one, I wanted it to be a little more than just a page with a journaling spot. So it actually is a flip up, and there's the original paper, and then it flips down, and so there's that. Another collage. I did hit this half with a little bit of gesso. I didn't want to cover up that pretty those pretty flowers, so I didn't do it there. And then this tag, or this pocket again, I was being crazy. Put it off to the side. And here's the tags that go in it. So, yeah, that's how that goes. And the last page, the inside cover, is just a piece of distressed paper. And I did distress the edges with my scissors, and then hit it with some ink. And on the back are those thread spools again. So that's my little book. It was just kind of a quirky thing to jump into, but I actually ended up kind of liking it. So please tell me what you think. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I hope to see you real soon.